Morning, gents. Day 2 of Word Boss Tay's May Painting Challenge. Kind of a bit tricky weekend for myself as I'll be working back shift on day shift tomorrow. But I managed to get my guns finished. I only had one wheel of each to finish. They'll vanish up. The guns were done with an old trusty Humbrol blue and then an old trusty grey that I keep. These two are only kept for guns because I done my first guns with these and I just wanted to keep everything the same. That's going back years and years. The highlights on the black, I done the metalwork black and highlighted with black grey, and then a final highlight of Vallejo 162 basalt grey. So that's the guns finished off. I very much dislike painting guns, so I'm really chuffed to get these out of the way first in the painting challenge, so I can go on to bigger and better things. AB guns, Prussian guns, not really impressed with the wheels on these. Soft in detail around the rims and the spokes, but the barrels are okay. You don't get the smaller, they don't do the smaller howitzer version, so you have to make do with the heavier howitzer. I missed out yesterday. I didn't realise there was other requirements for the May painting challenge. Question 1 for day 1 was, what was your first army? I had a good think about this. I think the first army I ever painted was Afrika Korps and 8th Army. I think 1/72 scale plastic. 1/72 scale plastic. My dad had built a sand pit for long jumping in the back garden for myself and my sister, and I remember playing with the various Matchbox and Airfix, Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs, and the wee set with the sidecar and the pack, I think it was a pack 40 and a wee half track. So that would be my first army I can remember. First proper wargaming army for battling with, I'm not really sure. Done a lot of painting for Dungeons and Dragons. That was a good long time ago now, when we were at high school. Project I'll be following Ringo's project. Really have to, because we're doing the same kind of stuff. We're doing a lot of communication over Prussians, and I'm really interested to see how he does the AB Prussians. No doubt I'll put myself to shame. Question 2, which is today's question. Do you remember the first mini you painted? I don't know. I mean, I think it would be big plastic figures from when I was a kid. I remember I always used to watch my brother painting, my older brother. There's a good few years between us, and I used to watch over his shoulder when he was painting minifig Napoleonics. But I remember I had some large plastic, I think it'd be 1/32 scale if I remember. No idea the scales back then, but since then I think that's what they were. And I painted up a couple of French Guard. They were just big hard soft plastic figures, and also a whole load of British kind of commando looking figures. And that was mostly because I remember seeing my dad in his army uniform, and he had that kind of, the beret, etc. I don't think he was in the commandos, so. Anyway, that's day 2 finished. I'll try and get an update tomorrow night. So all the best everyone, happy wargaming, and all the best for the challenge. Bye for now.